Fiancée called me paranoid for suspecting her male best friend. So I set up a hidden camera. The footage, disgusting. When I showed her, she scoffed and said, "Okay. So what? You think you're some kind of FBI agent?" I smiled and replied, "Nah. But your rent-free lifestyle just got cancelled." Now she's homeless and crying to her mom. My name's Ethan. And up until recently, I thought I was going to marry the love of my life. Samantha and I had been together for 4 years. She was smart, funny, and the kind of woman who could light up a room just by walking in, or at least that's what I used to think. Lately, things had been off. It started small. She'd stay out late more often, always with Trevor, her so-called best friend. I wasn't the jealous type, but something about their friendship had always rubbed me the wrong way. Whenever I brought it up, she'd laugh in my face. "Oh my God, Ethan. You sound so paranoid." "Trevor? Seriously? He's like a brother to me. I can't believe you'd even think that. Gross." She made me feel like an insecure, jealous idiot for even questioning it. I tried to shake it off. I mean, they'd been friends since college, right? Maybe I really was just overthinking it, but then little things started adding up. Samantha suddenly had no time for me, but endless time for Trevor. She stopped being affectionate, but would light up whenever she got a text from him. Whenever I walked into a room while she was texting, she'd immediately lock her phone, and then came the final straw. One night, I asked her if she wanted to go out to dinner. Just the two of us. A real date night. She barely looked up from her phone. "I can't, babe. Work's been brutal. I just need a night in." I nodded, trying not to feel disappointed. "All right. I'll pick up takeout." She smiled. "You're the best." Then, not even 30 minutes later, I got a text from my buddy, Chris. "Yo. You at Birchwood? Thought I just saw Samantha here." Birchwood. A trendy rooftop bar. A place Samantha loved, but only ever went to with Trevor. I stared at my phone, my stomach twisting. I could have texted her. I could have called. Instead, I did something I'd never done before. I opened the security camera app on my phone and checked our apartment's front door footage. She wasn't home. The couch where she claimed to be resting, empty. I felt a cold wave of clarity. She'd lied straight to my face. That night, as I sat alone at the dinner table, pushing my food around my plate, I realized something. She was never going to admit it. She would gaslight me forever if I let her. So I stopped asking, stopped arguing, and started planning. From that night on, I stopped asking Samantha about Trevor. I stopped arguing, stopped acting suspicious, stopped doing anything that would tip her off. Instead, I let her dig her own grave. I started paying attention, really paying attention. When she claimed to be working late, I took mental notes of the times. When she got home, I checked the security footage to see if she even left for work at all. When she said, "I'm exhausted," I checked her location history. And over the next 2 weeks, a pattern emerged. Samantha wasn't staying late at work. She wasn't running errands. She was always at Trevor's apartment. And that's when I decided to take things a step further. I bought a small, motion-activated hidden camera online. Nothing crazy. Just something subtle enough to blend into the background of our apartment. One night while Samantha was in the shower, I set it up facing the couch. I had a feeling Trevor had been getting a little too comfortable in my home, and I was right. 2 nights later, I checked the camera. I expected to see something bad, maybe some flirty cuddling, maybe a little too much touching. What I saw made my blood boil. Trevor wasn't just visiting, he was making himself at home. Samantha had let him into my apartment while I was at work. They weren't just hanging out. They were sprawled on my couch, drinking my beer, laughing like they owned the place. Then the worst part, she got up, stretched, then straddled him like it was nothing. Like I didn't exist. And Trevor? He grabbed her waist and said, "He really has no clue." I closed my laptop very slowly and smiled. Because what they didn't know, I was about to make them regret every second of it. I sat there for a long time, staring at my laptop screen, my mind completely blank. Then very calmly, I closed the window, deleted the footage from my camera app, and uploaded it to a private folder. Because if I was gonna do this, I was gonna do it right. See, most guys would have blown up right then and there. Screamed, confronted her, maybe even thrown Trevor out of the apartment. But that's not how you win. Samantha had been comfortable for way too long. She had everything handed to her, a rent-free life, my credit card for small things, and the safety net of knowing I'd always be there. She thought she was untouchable, so I decided to strip that away. Samantha had access to one of my credit cards. Nothing huge, but enough for gas, food, and whatever little emergencies she always claimed to have. That night while she was in bed texting Trevor, I logged into my bank app and removed her as an authorized user. No warning. No explanation. Just gone. Samantha wasn't on the lease, never had been. She moved in with me after her old roommate bailed, and I took care of everything. So the next morning, I called my landlord. Hey, just a heads up. I'd like to update my lease and remove guest permissions. Landlord, no problem. Just you in the unit now? Yep. Just me. By the time I hung up, Samantha was officially a squatter. She just didn't know it yet. And the best part, I still didn't say a word. I let her think everything was normal. Let her think she was winning because the final step was going to be brutal. By this point, Samantha had no idea her life was slowly falling apart. She was still living in my apartment rent-free, still texting Trevor behind my back, still acting like I was some clueless idiot. So I decided to make her a deal she couldn't resist. One night while we were eating dinner, I casually brought it up. You've been stressed lately. Let's take a vacation. Just the two of us. Her eyes lit up. Really? Yeah. I'll book everything. Luxury suite spa, all-inclusive, just us. She smiled way too excited. But here's what she didn't know. I wasn't booking anything. I was about to pull the rug out from under her so hard. She wouldn't even see it coming. Over the next few days, I let her plan. She told her friends, told her coworkers, told Trevor. I knew because I checked her messages. She texted him. Babe, don't freak out, but Ethan wants to take me on some fancy trip. Should I go? LOL. Trevor. May I have free vacation? Duh. Let him spend his money. They were mocking me, and that was the last mistake they'd ever make. 2 days before the trip, I pretended to leave for work. Samantha kissed me goodbye like everything was normal. The second I was out the door, I went full execution mode. Hired a cleaning service, paid them extra to box up every single thing she owned. Changed the locks. No warning. No copies. She was officially locked out. Texted my landlord. Confirmed that as of today, Samantha was no longer welcome on the property. And then I turned off my phone. I let her walk straight into her own nightmare. That evening, I went out with some friends. Just as I was finishing my drink, I turned my phone back on. And boom. 46 missed calls. Over 100 texts. I grinned. Then I checked my security camera feed. Samantha was standing outside the apartment building, losing her mind, pounding on the door, screaming into her phone. Then she saw the boxes. The cleaning service had neatly stacked all her belongings right on the curb and taped to the front of the top box. A printed still from my hidden camera footage, her on Trevor's lap, underneath, in bold letters, rent-free lifestyle cancelled. She crumpled to the ground sobbing. And I finished my drink and watched her world burn. Samantha's perfect little world wasn't just crumbling. It was being broadcast in high definition. After her public meltdown outside my apartment, she had no idea what was coming next. See, I wasn't just kicking her out. I was making sure she had nowhere left to go. Samantha had a tight-knit friend group, girls she gossiped with, ranted to, and probably complained about me to behind my back. So I did what any rational man would do. I sent them everything. Screenshots of her messages with Trevor, bank records proving I had been paying for everything, footage from my hidden camera, just enough to show the cozy little moments between her and Trevor. Then I sat back and watched the fireworks. My phone exploded. First from her best friend Claire. What the actual F? We defended her. We called you paranoid. Then from her cousin. Dude, I had no idea. She told us you were some controlling psycho. Then from Trevor. Bro, what the hell? You didn't have to do all that. I laughed. Nah, but it was fun. Then I blocked his number. Turns out, Samantha's friends weren't ride or die. The second they saw the proof, they dropped her like a bad investment. Claire kicked her from the group chat. Her cousin told their whole family. Her old roommates blocked her. And Trevor? Oh, he folded instantly. He texted her. Yo, I think we should chill for a while. This is too much drama. She replied, are you freaking kidding me? But he left her on read. Samantha had lost everything. Her home, her friends, her little side piece. And for the first time, she finally realized what it felt like to be disposable. Samantha had officially lost everything. Her friends gone, her home gone, her side piece ghosted her. And now she had one last move. Try to manipulate me. 2 nights after her meltdown, I was at home enjoying a beer when my phone buzzed. Samantha. I let it ring. Then a text popped up. Can we talk, please? I smirked. Here we go. I waited an hour. Then just for fun, I texted back. Sure. Come by. When I opened the door, Samantha was standing there in a hoodie and leggings, eyes red and puffy. She stepped forward like she was going to hug me. I didn't move. She hesitated, then sighed. Ethan, I messed up. I raised an eyebrow. Which part? The cheating. The lying. The freeloading. She flinched. I don't know why I did it. I was just bored, thought I was too dumb to figure it out. She swallowed hard. I still love you. I laughed in her face. You love me. You let another man sit on my couch, drink my beer, and call me clueless. Her eyes darted away. I can make it up to you. I grinned. Oh, I know you can. Her face lit up. Really? Yep. By walking away and never talking to me again. Her jaw dropped. You're really going to throw everything away? I took a step forward, lowered my voice. Nah. But your rent-free lifestyle just got cancelled. She stared at me completely speechless. Then she turned and ran. Samantha ran out of my apartment that night, but she wasn't done suffering, not even close. Because while she was out there homeless and humiliated, she still had one last safety net. Her mom. Samantha had always been her mom's golden child. The one who could do no wrong. The one who, no matter how badly she screwed up, always got bailed out. So of course, she ran straight to her. And like clockwork, her mom called me the next morning. Ethan, sweetheart, I heard about the breakup. I just think maybe you're being a little harsh. I almost laughed. Harsh? She's devastated. She has nowhere to go. She told me she made a mistake, but don't you think you could? I cut her off. Ma'am, with all due respect, did she also tell you she was cheating on me in my own apartment? Silence. She said it wasn't like that. Oh, but it was. And just for fine, texted her the proof. The security cam screenshot, the text messages with Trevor, the bank records proving I was funding her whole life. Her mom went quiet. Then, Samantha's mom, Ethan, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Me too. And just like that, Samantha lost her final safety net. That night, Samantha texted me one last time. Wow. Even my own mother won't take me in. Hope you're happy. I smiled. I am. Enjoy your new life. Then I blocked her. Samantha had officially burned every bridge. She wasn't just homeless. She was truly alone. A few months passed. Samantha completely vanished. No Instagram stories, no girls' nights posts, no cryptic tweets about fake people. Her life, which had once revolved around attention and validation, was now radio silent. But then one random evening, my phone buzzed a single text. Can we talk? I stared at it for a few seconds. Then for the first time since this whole mess started, I actually laughed because I already knew what had happened. Trevor. Never took her in. Her best friends. Cut her off. Her mom. Done with her. She had nowhere left to run. And now, months later, she thought I'd be stupid enough to let her back in. I didn't even bother replying. I just blocked her number. Then I tossed my phone on the couch, cracked open a beer and went back to enjoying my life because for the first time in years, I was finally free.